51 classes, 51 interviews, all done. And that was it. That was the entire series. If you missed it, it's all there on YouTube. Today, we are going to be starting a new series called Maple Story Class Re-Interviews. In this series, I'm going to be interviewing classes that felt misrepresented by the person that we interviewed in the original series. This series will be a total of 1 episode. And for this episode, I have decided to do the thing that I said I wasn't going to do at the beginning of the last series. I said I really didn't want to have to go into every single class Discord, talk to every single person in every single class Discord, hundreds, thousands of people to try to figure out who the best person to interview for every class was. However, because we missed the mark the first time, I did it. I joined the Pathfinder Discord and I said, hey guys, I'm so sorry that I did you dirty. Please give me a chance to make it up to you. Assemble the Council of Pathfinder Mains, talk amongst yourselves, and decide who the best person to represent every single one of you in this series is, and that is the person that I will speak to. So they all got together, and I watched them all talk about it. They're all nominating different people, trying to figure out who's the best for this, who's the best for this, but it all came down to one person. And today, we have Harry, the apparently one and only Pathfinder GOAT, not Futive. Futive's just sitting. Futive changed his name to Harry in Discord. He changed his name to Harry in Discord to try to get me to pull him in here to do the interview again. He's right here. He thinks he's sly. I watched it all happen. Hello? Is this the right Harry?
Hello, yeah.
Did he say anything or was he just sitting in there?
No, he was just sitting in there.
He's like he sent me a DM too. I didn't even read it. What did he say? He said, drag me in for memes for 10 seconds. Bro, I'm not doing it again. I'm not. You're the reason I had to redo this in the first place. There's no way he left. He's out of here. He's out of here. All right.
Oh, good.
Harry, what's up, bro?
Nothing much. I'm pretty good.
Happy to have you here. So, I guess before we get started, what made them choose you? Like, why did you get nominated, and what's the deal here?
I guess I kind of yap a lot in the Discord, and I try to help people if possible.
Okay.
And I know most of the endgame Pathfinders. There's a few that are like kind of low key, but I have tried to like talk to everyone and see like what they want expressed. Yeah. So I do have like a whole bunch of notes that I probably will talk about later.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Damn. He came prepped. All the
we did set the record straight, you know.
Yeah. We got. There's a lot of stuff to fix, I guess, from the original interview.
I'm not sure if anything that Voitif said was right. So.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, I'm actually gonna go back and I'm gonna compare some of the stuff that you say to some of the stuff that he said, because that's gonna be so funny. He's literally,
for sure, yeah.
he's just yapping to yap. Like, I honestly don't think he read what a single skill did. He was just pressing buttons.
I'm not gonna lie, I had to reread some of the stuff, and some of it also didn't make sense to me. So, like, if you're not like, you know, really about it, then
yeah. I mean, that's just, I think that happens in a lot with like just the localization, like the translation of skills. Sometimes it just doesn't translate properly, and no one goes in to like fix it, you know. Why don't you start by telling us what your MapleStory Pathfinder experience and journey has been like?
Sure. So I started, I think, in COVID like 4 years ago. And my friend told me that I would probably really like playing Pathfinder, and I tried it out. I loved it, and I just played it ever since.
Damn.
Yeah, so Pathfinder main for 4-ish years.
Why did he say why you would like Pathfinder so much? Like, is it just the aesthetics, or?
I think it's probably the playstyle because he knows the way I play League, and I guess it was similar. I don't know. Something
Okay.
about it.
What characters do you play in League?
Oh, I used to be an Ari main. I was an Ari and Blitzcrank 2 trick.
What the? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I did a lot of random stuff back in League.
Okay. Okay, but you don't play anymore. You're just a Pathfinder player now.
Oh yeah, dude. Maple Spray cured my League addiction, and I'll always be thankful.
Oh, wow. Okay. So swapping one addiction for another, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But a healthier
I mean,
a healthier one now.
Yeah, it's healthier because I don't have to rage anymore, you know?
Okay. All right. I mean, W, I guess. Okay, in terms of like end game content, what are you like clearing regularly right now?
I'm clearing everything, so like up to H limbo. Like I could probably show you. But I don't think I'm strong enough for H Baldrix, and it's probably both a gear and a class diff.
Okay,
I don't know
yeah.
where limbo is. I don't know if people show you their gear, but
Yeah, we've looked at gear a little bit here
yeah,
and
so
there.
this is like, yeah. I guess I could show it. It's like 411,
Okay.
and with fams it's like almost 500.
Damn.
So everything's like basically
Juiced.
double prime. And then I have 2 level 5 Oz rings.
Okay.
And all I'm missing is last 2 Limbo Eternals. I think my converted is like 107-ish with current Night Troop buffs.
Wow.
So like decently strong.
Okay. Someone said your fams are as strong as I am. Guys, come on.
Yeah,
That's messed
pretty
up.
decent fans.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, it's true. Your fam, you gained almost as much power as I have on my main just from turning fams on.
I mean, it's like exponential, you know.
Yeah.
I look at people with like 700 million, and yeah, you know, one day.
That's crazy. Okay. So, okay, wait, before we go, so like what I've done usually is I get people to show off something that they think is like really cool and unique about the class. Do you have anything like that you think might be cool to show off before we talk about the specifics?
I think the favorite part about Pathfinder for me is like the movement, because we could do a lot of micro movement, especially in like Saren. So do you want like some bossing done, or
Yeah, I mean you can show off a little bit of movement in something if that's what you want to show off. We can see it.
all right, I think that's probably my favorite thing about Pathfinder,
Do
so.
you have audio on in game as well or no?
Oh, do you want that on? Sure.
Yeah.
I never play with audio on, so
Yeah, just you can turn it as like low as you want and I can adjust it on my end.
I think I have to turn it off in the.
Oh, you have one of the fams that turns you red too.
Yeah, it's a 40, so I can't do anything about it.
Ooh.
The only good part about it is if my fans aren't honoring a boss, I can yell at my party members for not reminding me. And that has happened quite a lot, so.
Yeah. Is it worse if they don't notice that you're red or if you don't notice that you're red?
Probably if I don't notice. We don't say that. We don't talk about it.
All right, so we're just going to dodge a bunch of stuff for a little bit here, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not used to playing with this.
Oh, with effects?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I am very not used to this. Okay.
That's all right. I mean, you can turn it off real quick if you want. So purple.
I actually can't tell what my character is. So I'm playing up pure vibes right now. But yeah, I think the cool thing is like using a couple of our movement skills just to get around and like do micro movements. And we also have a really nice TP.
Okay.
That's the only bad part about it is having charges, but it stocks up pretty quickly, and you generally don't use up all of it unless you're panicking.
Okay.
It's also really nice because the class is super responsive, so like I can go mid-air and then move side to side.
Yeah.
If I want to go like mid up jump as well, I can like change directions as well. So if I ever think I made a mistake, then it's really easy to fix.
Yeah.
And
There's not a lot of like
lastly,
end lag on your skills.
There's a lot.
Oh, there is. Okay.
So for this skill, there's a lot of end lag, and if you mess up, then you're gonna lose a lot of DPS. Because anything that you do after using the macro, you will cancel the second half of the macro.
Okay.
So our ratios are supposed to be 50-50 for the two skills, but usually in a practical setting, it's like 55-45-ish.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know if, yeah, it's probably what I wanted to show.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well, I'll let you head back to the dojo, and we'll start talking about your burst damage first, I guess?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, two reasons. One, I'm going to pretend that I know nothing about this class.
Okay, yeah.
Just for the sake of the interview.
Right, yeah.
Two, I honestly probably didn't learn anything from the first one. Three,
Right, yeah.
it was like one of my first interviews, right? So I've done like 49 interviews since then, and they kind of just all have clouded together. And I'm going to be honest, even if I did learn something from one that early, I've forgotten all of it. So we can just go ahead and pretend that I've never talked to a Pathfinder player before, and you can explain everything to me like I'm 5 years old.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
Okay, so our burst is really fast. It's over in 10 seconds. So if I show you what it kind of looks like, I'm going to sequence everything, summon two things, summon that, and then origin. And then by the time I'm out of origin, I'm going to click this skill, and that's basically our entire burst.
Okay.
And then we'll just be PMing for the rest.
And what's the cooldown on that? So that's every 2 or 3 minutes?
Every 2 minutes. So
Okay.
Pathfinder's a 2-minute class right now.
Okay.
So if I break it down, what happens is at the very start, what we have is this bird thing.
Uh-huh.
So normally we have this bird, which is like a regular blackbird. And then all Explorer archers get this bird.
Mm-hmm.
But if we turn it into this purple bird that's in 5th job, it condenses our burst. So this Raven Tempest is normally, you can see it's 27 seconds. But once we turn it into this purple burst, it becomes only 10 seconds long.
Okay.
And then the other two summons that I used was this thing called Obsidian Barrier. So this thing's pretty nice for party play right now because it reduces damage. So for example, it helps you tank Kalos lasers.
Uh-huh.
It also debuffs the boss for us. And it also gives the party crit damage for 20 seconds. So it gives them 10% crit damage right now, but according to the KMST that just came out, that effect is going to go away in like 6 months.
Okay.
So hopefully that doesn't happen. So that's another summon, and then this is the third summon that we have. So this summon just shoots out arrows, it's just damage for 10 seconds. And we can actually sequence this one, but I just prefer not. Because if you use this barrier plus this in sequence, it will animation cancel the barrier.
Okay.
So if you see this, that's like basically instant.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. Another animation cancel that we have is we can use this big burst skill, and then we recharge our gauge, and then we use this skill after. We use this skill after, and that's another way to animation cancel, I guess.
Okay.
But basically our burst is 10 seconds long, apart from vicious shot, which is 30 seconds, and then we also have goddess, which is a minute, and that's our entire like rotation, I guess.
Okay. And how much of your overall damage is that like 10 seconds doing roughly?
The 10 seconds, I think it's probably around 30%.
Okay.
If I'm in roar.
Okay.
Which is pretty decent for like a 6-minute burst.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah, but we shifted a lot of our damage profile to like off burst since the Mastery 3-4, which is why I got a comp 5. But after the 2-minute patch, we'll go back to roar 5.
Okay.
And the primary reason is just because our burst only lasts for 10 seconds, so having a extra 5 seconds of roar doesn't really help us.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. And when you're doing that burst without origin, it's just the same thing but without origin. Still like
yeah. Oh, okay, so the thing I forgot to mention is when we origin, it's like a lingering origin, right? And our origin actually buffs up all our 5th job skills. So it buffs up this Raven Tempest, it buffs up this barrier, this relic burst, so it's like this turret thing, and then it buffs off this, like, it looks like it does a lot of damage. It doesn't really do that much damage. It's like the AoE thing. So that's why I did the summons really fast and then origin immediately. There's multiple ways of like doing the Pathfinder burst, but that's just what I'm used to.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so in terms of like how much damage you deal in that 10 seconds in origin, but then also if you like kind of weight it without origin, what your burst is, what would you give your like overall performance?
So our origin damage is about 1.5 times stronger than our regular burst, so our origin is pretty nice.
Okay.
But if I compare it relatively to other classes, our burst is kind of shit, and our damage overall is kind of shit. It's probably like, oh sorry, wait, I know this is going on YouTube. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, it's fine. You're good.
Okay. So I'd probably rate it around like C minus tier right now.
Okay.
It's our damage overall is just not great. Like for my gear, my solos and my party damage is just not where like a class of my gear should have.
Yeah.
So like something that a lot of people are doing next week is C Calo solos, and both me and Jackie tried doing it and we can't do it. We're like over 10 FD off.
Oh, okay. Close, hopefully soon. Just a little bit more power creep.
Maybe with 25 star stages. Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Well, let's talk about your DPM off burst then. So what's happening in between cooldowns?
Yeah. So for our bread and butter is like this macro thing called Cardinal Burst and Cardinal Deluge. So these two we link together, and it's together in something called macro, and it's like fixed at a set attack speed, so we don't benefit from attack speed 0. It's like attack speed 6 or something. You could think of it like that. And in the next 2-minute patch, they tried to fix it, but like they gave us like this auto mode, but it didn't do anything, and it apparently made it worse than KMS. So I don't have high hopes for that. So this is what we're normally doing. So this is what it looks like. And so we have these 2 skills. So in 6th job, you want to weave in both combo assault and glyph of impalement, but pre 6th job you don't weave this in because the damage is kind of crap for the amount of delay that it has. So this is a really long delay, like you can see there. But if I link these 2 together, so reduce that. So if I do this, the effect of this going off kind of decreases the amount of time that you spend in combo assaults. So that's why you always want to link them together. And in 6th job, we actually become a CD skip class. So I have 27.5 CD skip. And we also have -4 CD hat. So that just helps us get these cooldown skills off faster. And what's really cool about Pathfinder is, so we have this macro, right? And whenever we macro, it reduces the time of these skills, like the cooldown. So these start off at 15 seconds. I have a -4 hat, so it goes down to like 10-ish seconds. It goes down a bit more than that because of Merklink as well. But then I could actually use these every 3.5 to 4 seconds. So if I do this now, and that's back up again. One of the biggest problems right now for us in GMS is that because we're a CD skip class, we want this to skip as much as possible, because every 4 procs, we get a big proc. But the problem is, if I hold this down, it actually just drains all my gauge and it doesn't do any actual damage.
Okay.
So what KMS Pathfinders did was they changed the registry so that if you hold it down, you could just spam it, but we can't do that here. So we actually have to like manually click on it again.
Okay.
So it's quite annoying. And then the other thing is, during our origin, we have a lingering origin. So at the bottom it says Ancient Wrath, which is we get a proc every 10 seconds, and it's a big burst of damage. But and it actually gets reduced by our macro as well. So during our origin burst, you want to really be like keeping up your macros to get more of these Ancient Wraths off.
Okay.
Okay, so then if we talk about what Pathfinder looks like 6 months from now, all of this gets changed.
Oh God, okay.
It gets nerfed by a lot.
Okay.
Because our macro no longer affects the CD of these skills, and it also doesn't affect the CD of the Ancient Wrath skill. So
okay,
they increase the damage, but overall, it's projected to be a damage nerf.
Okay.
So that's a lot of information, but yeah, that's like, I guess, our bread and butter.
All right. Well, sorry, I have to clear my throat for this one. You mentioned a gauge. Can I get you to talk about that gauge a little bit and like what it does?
Yeah. Okay. So this is our gauge emblem. Okay. So if I turn off this this option here, basically we have 3 different modes. So right now I'm in this blue mode. So this has a different emblem, and we have a total of 1,000 that we can use. So each of these skills use gauge. So Glyph uses 100, Combo Assault uses 100, Ancient Astra. So this is our hyper skill. It also, oh wait, this one doesn't. Where is it? This one, Triple Impact, it also uses some gauge.
Okay.
And then lastly, we have Nova Blast, which is all of our 5th job burst skills also use gauge. So for example, Raven Tempest uses 300, this uses 300, this uses 250, and then this one, we can change it between 250, 500, 750, and 1,000, and it just does progressively more damage.
Okay.
So the way we recover gauge is we can just macro, and you can see that this bar is filling up.
Yep.
And then whenever we use some of this gauge, we have, do you see, oh shoot, so that kind of went away quick. So we have this skill, it's called Manifest Curse. So every single time we use a certain amount of gauge, we do a bit of more damage. So that's why we really want to link our gauge generation skills, so macro, with our combo assaults and Glyph of Impalement. And that way we could do a lot more damage.
Okay.
And during burst, you want to fill up your gauge with Awakened Relic and Raven Tempest. So both of these skills fill up your gauge during burst. This one charges it immediately to 1,000, and then this one also gradually charges it the more hits that you do.
Okay.
Okay, so then our gauge also has 3 different modes. So I mentioned earlier that we have blue mode, so this one's in blue.
Yeah.
So blue mode, our turret lasts a bit longer, but you don't really want that in a boss. So what you normally do is you set our mode to purple. So then purple, our barrier becomes a bit different colored. And the bad part about purple, or sorry, the thing about purple is that wait, I kind of blanked on what I was gonna say.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh right, our barrier actually, sorry, our turret just becomes different duration between purple and blue, and then if we change it to yellow, it's becomes like a summon for training, but you basically never touch this.
Okay.
Whenever you boss, you just want to set it to purple.
Okay.
For culvert, it's a bit different because we want this longer duration barrier, this longer duration turret, so that it just lasts longer during our initial burst.
Okay.
Oh right, the thing I was gonna say is the blue one doesn't do damage for our barrier.
Okay.
So that's why we want it in purple for burst.
So for most time you're bossing, you just kind of set it and forget it. It's just purple.
Yeah, we just set and forget it, it's purple.
Okay. Got it. Now in terms of the visuals on it, it's got that meter in the middle, like the blue gauge that fills up. That's your like 790 out of 1,000.
Yeah, so it changes color the more you get, and when we get a certain amount of gauge, we proc this skill called Guide of the Ancients, and that increases our final damage. So this skill should have 100% uptime, basically.
Okay.
And then if I deplete the gauge, you can see that it changes color. And then so if you don't set your what's it called? Your gauge, using certain skills will actually change it so that your emblem is no longer active. So right now I'm on blue, but if I use this skill, this one, it changes so that there's no emblem active.
Okay. Okay, interesting. So your when you change those different colors, blue, purple, and yellow, it's changing the emblem that's on the gauge.
Yes, but we don't really pay attention to that. You just look at the colors on the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, because the colors there change too. Okay, got it. Okay. So like, do you consciously pay attention to like how much your gauge is, or do you kind of just trust that you're kind of like generating and spending at a fairly like even rate consistently through a boss fight?
Well, so like whenever we burst, our gauge just basically always end up at 1,000 because Raven Tempest and this skill boosts us up to that, even if we use a lot of it during Nova Blast. It's only kind of hard during Sea Callus because Sea Callus, you're in a part, or like X Callus, you're in a party of 6, so the boss isn't always there for you to hit. For you to gain gauge during your off burst. Yeah. So what I've done is I've actually just sequenced this skill so that I have max burst at the start of all my max gauge at the start of burst every single time. Okay. But like for example in Limbo, you're never gonna have a problem with gauge. Yeah. Unless you get the glyph bug where you just drain all the gauge by accident, or if you get a lot of skips and it drains by that way.
Okay. All right. Got it. Got it. So in terms of how much damage you're dealing during all of this, in between your cooldowns, DPM, off burst, whatever you want to call it, what kind of rating would you give yourself?
So right now, I think Pathfinder is like middle to lower of the pack. Our off burst is actually not bad. So like a lot of people do run cons over weapon jump roar. Yep. But after the 2-minute change, we actually get a slight nerf in our macro for basically no reason. I don't know why they did that. So I think because it's the 2-minute patch is coming out in 2 weeks, I'm gonna rate it like C minus tier because we're not a good class after 2-minute change. It's just the unfortunate truth. Right now we're probably like middling tier. No. Like I can easily carry my weights in all the different bosses. But, yeah.
I mean, you're clearing everything, so it's not like it's unplayable.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate for people who aren't as lucky as me. Yeah. Because they would struggle a lot to get into parties and stuff like that. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, I'll pray for some damage buffs coming soon.
I'm praying so hard. I do have a 284 hero, so I can always swap.
Nah, bro, just reroll Moshen. Trust me.
Oh, I tried. It's too hard. Like I'm watching cooldowns on Pathfinder. Like I have to watch these cooldowns. Yeah. But like most one's like a different beast. Like you're watching like 4 different buttons of cooldowns. You know.
Yeah, but it's worth it. Trust me. The damage is crazy.
The damage is crazy. I've seen it.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about your mobility then. So you kind of like showed off a little bit of like what it does in an actual boss fight, practical setting. If you could maybe just like walk me through all of the different skills that you have that you would consider like mobility skills.
Okay. Okay, so up jump, everybody hates it because it's an archer up jump. You need a double tap up key, but once you're used to it, it's fine. Okay. Obviously we have rope lift, but I basically never use rope lift in a boss anymore because Cardinal Torrent is just so easy. Like I could up jump Cardinal Torrent and just stay in the air forever. The only problem is there's a certain number of charges. And you can see the stacks on the bottom right. and it lasts, or you get another one every 7 seconds. But during burst, this skill actually lets us have it every 3 seconds, which is really nice. So you'll basically never run out during burst. And if you feel like you're need to ration it out, then you can just wait until burst, play a bit safer, and then you'll have it all back.
Yeah.
What's really nice about Cardinal Torrent is that it's a super stance skill. So if you just use it in place like that, you won't get knocked back by something like X Lotus. Okay. We also have another super stance skill. So if we want air stall, we use the skill called Triple Impact. So it has a cooldown. You can see it here. It's my D key. But I can lower that cooldown by using macro, and then I can just air stall with that. There's a pretty cool trick where if you jump down as you hit the ground, you can do a super jump. So like, ooh, I didn't do it there. Oops, that's kind of hard.
All good, all good.
Okay, it's like very slight, but it's a trick that you could do. But I guess our biggest strength is our options. Because we're able to air stall for so long, I can do crazy things in the air like that, and get out of really bad situations. It also makes playing Callus really easy. Like Callus is probably one of our best bosses because we're able to consistently hit it from triple platting, because our macro is really wide. You can see it's very tall, and we could just stay in the air for a very long time.
Okay. Now, chat was saying something about being able to like lock your up jump or something so that you don't have to.
Oh yeah, I think that's a new change. I do think that's possible. This one. Oops, not that. It is this one, right? Yeah, I think it is this one. But I'm just so used to it that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like new Pathfinder mains or new Pathfinder players could do that.
They could do that. Yeah.
Okay.
They could.
Okay. And then so you can basically just stall in the air forever. And then that skill that you were using to dash up on your A, what's it called?
Yeah.
Cardinal something?
Cardinal Torrent. Torrent.
Yes, intercardinal torrent. That can be used in all 4 cardinal directions, correct?
Not down.
Oh, not down. Okay.
It's not like Bucks can go like 8 directions, but we can only go in 3. So up, right, and left.
Okay.
The really nice thing about it is that it's a true TP. So, for example, the old Lotus, you can go through the lasers.
Yep.
You can also TP upwards through debris. So, like in P3 BM, you can go through the white balls. I can't. Yeah, those are some like the uses I use it for. But the problem is like for Saren, for example, you know how mages can duck TP, so they never get hit by the banana. We can't do that because when we TP, we're always back standing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will always get clipped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well it's pretty solid. You can just stay in the air basically forever, and you have TP, and then you have flash jump, and
yeah, we have a lot of options for mobility. It's very nice.
Yeah. All right, so what would you rank your mobility then overall?
I'd probably put it S tier.
Okay.
If at least A tier, if not S tier.
Yeah.
I know there's like some classes with better mobility, but we're definitely up there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it seems really, really solid. TP, even though it's like not really a TP, but like we'll just call it a TP. Having a TP and a flash jump is just so.
Yeah, the flexibility is
really
nice.
Good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just so good. I have one character that has both, my Zero, and every time I'm on my Zero, I just feel like it's just like I'm playing a different game, you know?
Like the skill cap, the skill ceiling is just so high.
Yeah.
You feel like you can do anything.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Being able to like up jump and then like TP sideways as well is also just like insane for a lot of cases.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right, well, let's talk about your survivability then. So anything that would allow you to stand in dangerous places that you wouldn't normally want to stand in. So like damage reduction or healing or iframes or dark sight or door.
I'm trying to find it. I can't see where it is. So there's abnormal status resist. I don't see it.
I think it's on the second tab at the bottom. I think if you click.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
okay, so we have really high status resist because of our curse ability. Basically, is this one here, Curse Bound Endurance. So for earlier game players, it's nice for things like Lotus, anything with falling debris, basically, where you can get stunned, silenced, was it missed, because it reduces the duration of that by a ridiculous amount. So it's like maybe like half a second duration basically for those effects.
Yeah.
But that is probably the biggest plus about Pathfinder. So we don't have a true iframe. We're getting one next patch with this skill. It's right now our hyper skill, and right now it just does damage and it gives us a bit of damage reduction. But next patch it'll be a true iframe that gets reduced by our macro, so it becomes like 25-ish second CD, which is pretty nice.
Damn. Okay.
And then I already mentioned the barrier skill during burst, which helps out our party. So it reduces the damage by, I think, 60 or 70% because of our 6-drop skill. So this thing lasts for 20 seconds. And then our only iframe in the class is Nova Blast. So this you will always just use during burst.
Yeah.
And it lasts about 2 seconds. One of the both bad and good things about Pathfinder is our origin animation is really long. So you can also dodge a lot of effects during origin as well.
Yeah. Okay. So most of your iframes right now are like part of your burst, but you're gonna, I guess that you're gonna get that one skill to become an iframe that's on a much shorter cooldown.
Yeah, basically. Oh,
Okay.
and Jackie mentioned something else about our mobility, which is that this triple impact skill can just stop our momentum however we want. So like, if I like start jumping around, I can just stop midair.
Yeah.
So like mid dash.
Like if you get if you get like slammed and sent flying backwards by a boss, you can just.
Oh yeah. So like you know how like the little like blobby thing in Lotus just sends you flying? We can just use this to like stop the momentum instantly.
Yeah.
Same thing with Vihilla. So for example, if you get blue strings, one, we will get the duration reduced from this skill, and then we can just use triple impact and we'll never get knocked away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sick. That's like, yeah, because that's like just like a super stance too, right? So you kind of just
Yeah, exactly.
count that for survivability as well, because there's a lot of stuff that's not going to knock you into stuff that might kill you.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it seems pretty solid. So what would you rank your survivability then?
I think survivability ties into a lot with mobility, and because our mobility is so good and we're able to dodge things on will, basically, I'd probably rank it around A tier.
Okay.
And that's mostly because we don't have a true iframe right now. I think with the iframe it'll be a lot better, but
you're getting the iframe in the 2-minute patch?
In the 2-minute patch, yeah.
Okay. So I mean, honestly, because we're so close to the 2-minute patch, I know you don't have your hands on it yet, but with the iframe, if you had to include the iframe but exclude the mobility, like the ability to dodge stuff, then what kind of ranking would you give it?
So we're really bad at chip. So like things like X Lotus, where it just chips us a lot, we just have to basically suck on Fountain. So I'd probably keep it on A tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because your iframe's going to be like, what'd you say, a 25-second cooldown?
Effectively. So it starts off at a minute, but we can reduce it
as long as you're hitting the boss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as long as we're hitting the boss. Yeah.
Yeah, because that'll be, I mean, that's a really short iframe.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's like a hero iframe, basically.
Yeah.
Or like a Canon Master one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Okay. Solid, not bad. Let's maybe, if you're comfortable, go into a boss and show off a little bit of your like damage rotation in like a practical setting.
Yeah, sure. Which boss do you want to see?
I don't know, anything that you think is like a good showcase of Pathfinder strengths. A lot of people showed off like X-Lot or Saren.
Okay, I'll show off Saren then, because
Okay.
or actually I'll show off Kalos. X-Lot's Pathfinder's worst boss, and the reason for that is because we have to dodge so many attacks that we end up canceling our macro a lot. So we have really high leakage, and our damage uptime just isn't great. But
Okay.
it's pretty good in Kalos.
Okay. Yeah, so
Okay,
if you could just like I guess just kind of talk through what you're doing while you're doing it, and maybe just go for at least like a full like origin burst into like a second like off origin burst.
Okay, sure. So I'm not really good at talking and doing things at the same time, but I'll try
No,
my
it's okay.
best.
It's okay. I mean, even
Okay, so I need some of
if
that.
you're like not doing it perfectly,
Okay.
it's fine. A lot of people
So the
like
first thing that
mess
you
up
need to do
timings and
is
stuff because they're yapping. And that's okay.
we need to debuff the boss first because that gives us a lot of crit damage in FB.
Okay.
So one of the problems with setting up a burst is that if the boss TPs, then our NATO goes with it. And if our NATO goes, that's about 25% of our damage. So you have to be really on point. And you can see that I actually missed one of my skills because I just didn't press it fast enough. So that's a problem there. I also generally just don't use these two skills because they don't do damage for us, basically, because our final damage as Pathfinder is really low. So unless I'm min-clear boss, I just don't bother.
Okay.
It's like less than 0.5%.
Yeah. Fair.
So it's not much to see right now because all I'm doing is I'm just macroing, and then whenever it's on cooldown, I will double click it. So if I don't skip, if I skip only this, I will use it, but I will not use this if this skips, just because, as I mentioned before, the animation just takes too long.
Yeah.
So one really nice thing about us is that we can up jump basically everything. So one thing that people find annoying in cows is like the eye lasers, but we could just do that and do it on reaction, and we won't take damage.
Okay.
So our DPM is actually or our tactical damage is actually not bad, just because we could basically stay in place like that and dodge most things coming our way.
Yeah.
So if I'm in the top platform, I could hit him on any platform, which is really nice.
Oh, because your skill is so like vertically
It's just so
thick.
big, yeah. So I'm gonna try and get him down here. The problem is the rest of my burst skills are they have to be same platform, so I actually have to drop down.
Oh, okay, okay.
Find him here. Oh shit, I forgot to buff up. So you can see that this NATO is kind of shit. It's like this not purple one. And this is gonna not do a lot of damage because it takes 27 seconds.
Oh, okay, okay, because you didn't hit the bird.
Yeah. So one of the big problems about this class is like you can see how it has this turn speed. That turn speed is really bad. And if it doesn't hit the boss, it will just fly away and don't do damage. And another thing is when you set up burst, you have to be on a platform. So this bird actually doesn't activate if I'm not on a platform and standing still.
Ah. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. I don't like when skills can't be pressed in the air.
Yeah.
Or like when you're moving or whatever.
Oops.
Oh, I don't know what's happening here. Spoiler.
Oh, this is test.
This is spoiler.
Oh, sorry.
Get out of this fight. Get out of this fight. Get out. I haven't progged this boss yet.
Sorry.
Okay. So you have like a couple cooldowns to keep track of because of cooldown skip and because of the like cooldown reduction.
Yes, yeah. It's just these two.
Yeah. Okay.
So
But other than that,
for
it's
most
like
boss,
pretty simple, straightforward.
yeah, it's the difficulty isn't hard, but if at the very start, like after we got the changes that made us use these skills, like my hand would start cramping after bosses because we would spam it so much. The input is actually quite intensive, and it's harder than you might imagine.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to get you to give me a ranking on the classes, your biased opinion on the classes, like rotation play style. Basically just like how much you enjoy playing the class and, you know, how engaged it's keeping you in boss fights and fun ranking.
I think I actually quite enjoy their change. So pre 6 job, we didn't have to use the skill, so we were only looking at the cooldown of this one.
Yeah.
But after 6 job, like it's a lot more intensive. Like you're not just spraying off in the boss.
Yeah.
And because we have so many movement options, you're actually quite active in the boss. So I do enjoy playing Pathfinder, obviously, or else I would have probably swapped to Bowmaster a long time ago.
Oh no, not another one.
I'm not the only one that swapped off or that would have swapped off.
Oh no!
Game. There's actually a really famous Pathfinder like a year or two ago named Life, and he swapped from Pathfinder to Night Lord, but he's quit the game now. So
oh damn,
that's unfortunate. Yeah. So I think I'd probably rate rotation in either B or A tier. So there's a lot of things that I don't like about this class.
Okay.
Especially with like the end delay. So like. Because I'm so used to playing like a class, I don't cancel my macro that often. Mm-hmm. But if you're new, you're gonna find this really annoying. So for example, the end delay of macro is gonna prevent you from using your Jenny. You will have to either move around, so you have to cancel the end deluge portion of the macro to press Jenny, or you have to just wait for it to fully finish. Another problem is ring swapping, because we make these arrows and those keep us in combat. And then the macro also makes it so that in things like BM and Saren, you can't duck as responsively as classes like Hero or Demon Slayer. So those things are really, really annoying. This skill also is locking you in animation for a long time. So that also makes so it's a bit harder to survive in the boss if you want optimal damage. So overall, I'd probably put around like A or B tier, just because there's so many things that we would have liked to see get fixed. And a lot of it is centered around macro, and none of it has been fixed. So yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give it the B in the hopes, in the 0.001% chance that anyone at Nexon hears this, in a better chance for you guys to get some of those changes that you want.
I think they know about it. They just don't know how to fix it, because they try to address it, and that they've just made a worse version. Like we're just asking for something similar to Dawn Warrior, and we're not even getting that. So,
are you saying Nexon doesn't know what they're doing? That's crazy.
That would be quite crazy.
That's crazy. Okay. Nexon, listen to them. Listen to the Pathfinders. All right, what about the difficulty? So if you had to pick like one or two things that, even if not like particularly difficult, but are some of the more difficult parts of picking up Pathfinder as a newer player, what would you say that is?
I think the burst setup is actually quite difficult, because bosses will TP out of your burst a lot of the time if you're not setting it up properly. So you need to know the boss mechanics to know when you're able to burst without binding early, because either you're giving up damage by binding early and then the boss TPs out of your tornado after it's unbound, or you risk the chance of the boss TPing out of your tornado completely. So it's like twofold really bad. And then there's also a minimum distance to our tornado. So for example, if I try to use the tornado right here, I can't use it. Like I'm pressing insert and it just doesn't work. So I have to like be around here, and then now it can go.
Yeah.
So it's really annoying in things like Lucid and Gloom as well, because there's only certain places that you can do it.
Yeah.
Oh right. So difficulty overall, I'd probably put it around like maybe B.
B?
Yeah, probably around B.
B. Okay.
The actual mechanics of the class are quite simple. It's just basically 3 skills off burst, and you're sequencing your burst. But to play it optimally, you probably need to do a bit more.
Yeah. That seems fine. I think for a newer player, getting used to probably the like end lag of a lot of the stuff too would be.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people have said that the end lag has turned them off from playing the class.
Yeah, like pressing a button thinking you have time to press it and still dodge, and then you find out afterwards like you do not have time to still dodge.
Yeah, it's a huge issue for Pathfinders for sure.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem. But, you know, you just practice and eventually get used to it. All right, so what about party support? What kind of stuff is in your kit? Anything that you like already talked about as well? If you can just, you know, re-go over whatever.
So we have Sharp Eyes. We have a really shitty Sharp Eyes because the other Explorer Pathfinders, Explorer Archers, they actually use the hyper skills for Sharp Eyes, but we don't.
Oh, okay.
So we give Sharp Eyes after Wall Hunter wears off. So that's like maybe 2 FD. And then we give 10% crit damage for 20 seconds. So if they have to sit in this bubble, so I'll just summon the bubble. Oops, I don't have enough gauge.
10% crit for 20 seconds?
So it's strictly worse than Shadower Smokescreen. And they explicitly nerfed this, I think like 3-4 months ago, where we used to have 20% crit damage and now it's just 10. And then in 6 months, we're gonna have 0. So probably solidly in the D tier.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, honestly, wait. 10% crit damage isn't that bad, right?
Yeah, it's not nothing. It's just we give nothing in 6 months.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll have you back in 6 months and we'll do it again. How about for now we pop it in C tier then? How about that?
Sure. Yeah. So the other thing is so you can see that this says 12 seconds at the start. The reason that actually becomes 20 seconds is because of our 6 job. So this increases it to 20 seconds. So you actually have to max the skill in order to get the full benefit, or else it's only 12 seconds.
Yeah.
So for early game Pathfinders, they actually don't even give us much support.
Yeah, it's less.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then yeah, I guess you have to be in fights that are lasting longer than 15 minutes for
the Sharp
Eyes. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's not the worst I've seen. I'll tell you that. It's definitely not the worst I've seen.
That is true. There's some classes that give less. Yeah, that is true.
Okay, so let's talk about your Hexa skills. Specifically like what they do, how they change the class, and how they, I guess, affect your power level overall.
Okay, so right off the bat, I'm gonna say what's useless. This skill sucks, this skill sucks, this skill sucks. So these are 3 of our 4 burst skills, and together these skills give us about 15% total damage on our full rotation. So this is like 9k frags for only 15% damage. It's not very good.
Okay.
Our origin is very, very good. So our origin basically almost doubles our burst damage within that 2-minute window. So our origin is actually quite good. It's one of the better ones out there.
Okay.
And this skill is also very good. So this one is our tornado. So that's about 25% of our BA if we use a roar weapon jump. It's like 18-ish if we don't. And use cons. So these 2 skills are quite good.
Okay.
And then our masteries, all our masteries are very good. So mastery 3-4 actually completely changes the playstyle of Pathfinder. So our first and second mastery are just macro. So it's the first half and the second half of macro. And then these 2 are these 2 skills. So the 2 cooldown skills I was talking about. So then what actually happens is before you unlock those skills, you would not run this inner ability. So you would not have CD skip, you would just have boss as first line. But then after you unlock those skills, you would actually completely change your playstyle to for CD skip.
Wow, okay.
So our 6 job is actually very, very important, especially for our class identity.
Yeah.
I think one of my friends tested out the gain that we get from unlocking these 2 skills in particular, and it's about 10 FD off the bat at level 1. So it's really nice.
Wow, okay.
It just sucks that our base damage sucks, so getting a good 6 job doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be a good class. And our Hexa also doesn't scale as well because we have 3 useless skills, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, like, end end game Hexa is not as good as a lot of other classes, most of other classes.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
But like early, like very early Hexa just unlocked compared to other classes, what would you like rank the power game there?
Probably A tier.
Yeah.
Comparing 6-drop to non-6-drop Pathfinder, probably around A tier.
Yeah.
The other problem is that because we want to do the CD stuff with these M3, M4 skills, you also want to invest in a -4 hat, and that's a really big investment for early game players. So that's something to consider for sure if you want to make a Pathfinder as like a Legion champion or something.
What about like a -2? Is there like a really big difference between like 2 and 4?
There's a huge difference right now. We can't tell in 6 months. I think in 6 months, -2 is okay, but right now, I think people calculated a -2 to be around I think 30% dex, 35% dex, and the -4 is over double that. It's like 70% dex ish.
Okay.
So yeah, it's quite a lot.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, seems pretty good. Unfortunately, that's something that someone's gonna actually have to invest in for the class.
Yeah,
but
it's a big investment for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, how about farming?
Farming? Oh.
Yeah, what's farming like on Pathfinder? And I'm talking like without like a bunch of Janus balls. Like maybe with like Janus level 1 unlocked.
So let me change my farming setup. If I can find it, I guess it'd probably be better to showcase in Cernium.
Yeah.
So I see right here. And it's really nice because we can triple plat a lot of different maps. The only one area that is really hard to is like Arteria, but like I can just jump around and Janus will clear the rest, and I can just macro these 3 plats. So Pathfinder has a pretty easy mobbing, even if you're doing it actively.
Yeah, so you would just jump around and press one button.
Yes. The hard part about Pathfinder is actually in the later game, because our FD is actually the lowest unbuffed FD class in the game.
Oh no.
So we don't benefit, like we aren't able to actually kill off like for example Talahart mobs without like G skills or without having really good farming gear.
Oh no.
I know some classes like can basically just farm with 0-star gear and kill everything with Janus, but it's hard for us to like 2 or even 3 shot.
Damn. Unlucky. Do you have like is there like a lazy farming option, or is this?
No, this is basically it. So we do have, so if I want loot, I can use this. I can just summon a NATO, that'll go off.
Yeah.
And I don't even have it bound anymore, but if I bind this, then get rid of that. So I could also use this as a summon. So I just used the what's it called, the turret as a summon. But the problem with this is that it spawns on random platforms. So you can't guarantee a good rotation because it's going to be completely random. Which kind of sucks. But most of these issues are solved with Janus because we could just rely on this one.
I mean, like, I personally, when I'm farming, even though my class can like essentially just AFK for like up to a full minute before I have to go like replace my summon and loot, I still end up just kind of like jumping around and like punching and kicking stuff close to me anyway. So like for me, farming like this is fine. I'm totally okay just flash jumping back and forth pressing one button.
Yeah, I think it's actually weird for me to not do this.
Yeah.
I have like some ADHD where I feel the need to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's super chill. What about like in terms of early game? What's the damage requirement like to do this? Like 260.
It's actually pretty okay because our macro is quite strong, especially with the 6-shot boost.
Okay.
So it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's just Janus that's the big issue because Janus doesn't get affected by all our percentage increases because we have a lot of skills that give us percentage damage on our macro.
Okay.
It has the same problem with Urda Shower. So Urda Shower is also going to be hard to one shot with.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. All right. So yeah. So I mean, you could maybe if you were on a smaller map, then you could kind of warrant not even Like if you were just killing like 3k mobs a day on an alt, right? You could kind of warrant not even investing in Janus at all. Then just jump around and press this one button for 10-15 minutes and just kill everything.
Like I think this map a lot of people use. You just because we could just triple plot it and.
Oh yeah.
Everything just dies.
Yeah, and you've got a bunch of like random stuff that kind of just goes around and kills stragglers too. So
those are really weak. And they generally will not kill. So they're called.
But it's killing because you're so strong.
Yeah, because I'm just over geared for this. So like they're called like Bountiful Deluge and Bountiful. I can't find the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, Bountiful Burst. Yeah, it's these two. So they do very little damage.
Okay. So they wouldn't really clean up stuff on their own.
Generally, no.
Okay.
You'd have to be pretty strong to do it.
I mean, either way, I think it still seems pretty chill. Seems
yeah,
pretty
it's not
chill.
bad.
Yeah. So what kind of ranking would you give this then? All things considered, early.
Probably A or B tier.
Yeah.
I think it's because like we're not a true AFK class like
like
Lin or Moshwai.
There's no like real like lazy like stand in one spot.
Yeah. It's easy enough, but it's not like just spraying off.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think like an A ranking is pretty chill. Just jumping around, pressing one button. Okay. Last but not least, let's talk about your animations. So if you want to just like one last time crank up the effects and maybe just go through some of the skills that you think are really cool, and then also if you don't mind unequipping your boost nodes and showing us the difference between like the skills like pre and post mastery unlock.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is what the bird looks like. I think the bird actually looks kind of sick.
The bird is sick. The bird is really cool.
I actually really love the sick. I love the bird. So let me just equip everything. Okay, so our bird. it's
a little baby.
It's a bit smaller, yeah. I guess so. This is what our macro looks like. It's kind of small. It's also kind of hard to see like the deluge part. Like the deluge is the blue and the burst is the purple. And you can see like the emblem changer as well. Yeah. Normally, if there's enemies nearby, the deluge portion will send out arrows to hit the enemies.
Yeah.
And then this skill. So this is like our.
That skill is sick. What the hell?
It's so useless. It is. So
Dude, that skill looks sick.
It looks cool and it does nothing. You only basically use it for like damage reduction because it gives you some damage reduction, or you can use it to like hit BM in P2 when you have like left or right FMA.
Okay.
And that's like the two use cases for it.
Yeah.
What else is there? So this is what a glyph looks like. Sorry, I have to charge up. And then this is what our cardinal assault looks like.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna set my emblem back to that. So yeah, it's like a really small pop.
Yeah.
And I think those are the skills that we normally use. We do have like a lot of other skills that we sometimes use for farming, but I don't know if you want to see those. So like for example, we can use this skill. So that it's like a little pea shooter, and it just picks up all the stragglers.
Oh, it just like shoots, like it like homes in on them.
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of funny. Random second job skill.
So this is our torrent, I guess, and yeah, that's what it looks like pre-6 job.
Okay.
What else is there? All right, triple impacts. So not really interested. They're not like the big flashy ones.
Yeah.
So if I put everything back. Oops. So now our macro looks super big, and you can our bow also got bigger, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So we have that. So that's our enhanced glyph, and then this is our regular one. So the enhanced one is just like a bit more purple, which kind of fits our aesthetic. And then that's what our cardinal assault looks like. So it's like this big triangle thing. I don't know. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool for me. And then this is.
That actually looks really cool too.
It looks pretty cool. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. You just never get to see it. And then our bird just becomes pretty big. So if I send out all the different summons, this is what our tornado looks like. So it's just this bird inside a tornado.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. And there's a different version if we use the condensed tornado.
Okay.
So I have to wait for that to like disappear and then wait 2 minutes. This is our oops, and then this is our bubble.
Yep.
So there's like 3 different versions of everything.
Okay, wait. When someone needs to stand in the bubble, do they need to stand in the middle part or just anywhere in that giant dome?
Anywhere in this giant dome.
Okay, okay.
So you can see like I have the effects even like. Oh, actually, I guess the effect doesn't really apply. Yeah, so anywhere in this giant dome.
Yeah.
And then this is our turret. So it only fires if there's enemies around.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Small. Yeah. So I should probably go to. Sorry, I had to answer someone.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I guess it's easier if I have a dummy.
Yeah, everything's just flashing like crazy.
Yeah, so that's why I just never have transparency up.
Yeah.
And then this is what our Nova Blast looks like. Just a big explosion, basically.
Okay.
Okay, then the last thing I want to show is what our Raven looks like when it's in this bird mode.
Uh-huh. Oh.
So we get it boosted, and then oops, once it comes back, yeah. Our nail looks a little bit different, so we get more, like white and purple, yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah, I like that. I like the aesthetics of this class.
Yeah, I think everything's like really cohesive. There are like different modes. So like, for example, if I turn it blue, the bubble looks a little bit different. So the bubble actually stays on top of us and moves with the party.
Okay.
But you just never get to see these, which is why I'm not showing them.
Because you're always just purple. Set it and forget it.
Yeah, we're basically always purple, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, overall, what would you think? What would you rank your own animations in your own biased opinion?
Oh, definitely us here.
Yeah.
100%. This is like 90% of the reason I play this class.
Yeah, no, I think it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I think it looks really cool. You have a scythe equipped instead of a bow. Kind of weird, but you know.
This is a legacy scythe that I had from Scania, and I transferred it over. So.
So you gotta flex it.
I gotta flex it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Well, that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to reevaluate. I guess there have been a couple questions asked in the past that we can go over real quick. I guess the first one that I'd be curious about is ping. Are you like affected by ping at all as a Pathfinder?
So the two things that most affect us is for culvert. So, for example, Australian Pathfinders are not able to use the optimal culvert rotation because you want to swap your nodes, and it's basically impossible to swap your nodes as an Aussie. And it's also much harder to swap your rings as well. So that's like one of the things. But in general, I don't think there's much that affects us with regards to pain.
Yeah. Okay. We already talked a lot about the 2-minute changes since it's gonna be here in like a week and a half, so we don't have to get into that anymore. Damn, dude, I haven't done an interview in so long. I forgot what the rest of the questions are the chat usually asks. We talked about your inner and the cooldown hat. Honestly, we covered so many things. Chat, I guess if you guys have any questions for Harry before we let him go or give his closing notes. You said you talked to a bunch of Pathfinders and there were some things that you wanted to talk about. Did we cover everything, or is there anything else that you maybe want to touch on real quick?
I think I covered most of our gripes with the class, especially what we want to see changed.
Okay.
So I don't think so. So like some of the things that are like kind of niche for Pathfinders, like for example, I said that we aren't affected by attack speed 0, which is true, except for one skill, and it's this skill. So if you're in a party with like a Buck or like Zero or Bam, this skill actually, the animation gets a bit faster, so you actually do want to use it directly off cooldown, and that's just like a super niche thing that most Pathfinders will never do. TP have cooldown, so TP has a charge. So we have 5 charges, and it replenishes every 7 seconds. And it actually gets reduced during burst for 30 seconds. And during those 30 seconds, you get a charge every 3 seconds instead.
Okay. Someone was asking if you would recommend this class as like a Challenge World character or a Mule or a Legion champ.
Right now, no. And not for the near future. Our damage is
none of the above.
Yeah.
No to all.
Yeah. I'm just in too deep, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean...
So endgame, you always just want to use Dusk farming because you want the balls. It's just, every class just uses balls, especially at like Night Road 1, for example.
Yeah. At like endgame. Okay. CRA mule. Okay, buddy. Yeah, the TP charges are affected by your cooldown reductions.
They are not. They are set.
Oh, they're not. Okay. Unlucky.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Okay. If you could swap to any class right now without any kind of loss in progression at all, would you swap to something else, and what would it be?
Probably not, because I play Pathfinder because I enjoy the class, not for the damage itself, and I'm able to clear all the content I want. Even if H. Baldrix isn't in the horizon. Like, I have a really strong hero mule, and I just don't enjoy it as much.
W answer. W answer. Not everyone's a quitter. Like that guy. You see him there? I see him there. All right. Well. Oh, yeah. Are you wait? Buff duration needed for AB Link. Yeah. I mean, the only buff duration that you play is.
Yes, just for AB Link.
In like Legion, right?
Yeah. But our Legion, we've actually focused on crit rate.
Yeah.
Because of Vicious Shot. Buff duration is actually the last thing that we spec into after Dex and Attack. Okay. So my Legion's a bit of a mess, but yeah, I'd probably max buff duration last because it's only for AB. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, Harry, I think hopefully you and all of your Pathfinder friends will be you know.
Yeah, I hope I'm redeemed the Pathfinders.
I hope everyone is happy with their new representative. I don't know what happened to the last one. I think he quit.
I don't think you can find his name on the rankings anymore.
Go look for maybe he got banned. I don't think he's there. If you look at Pathfinder ranks anymore, he might not be there. I don't know where he went. Oh well. All good.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
No, absolutely, bro. You guys for sure needed some sort of comeback or something. I don't know, but yeah, I'm glad that there's no hard feelings. Between me and the Pathfinder community. Guys, I didn't do it on purpose. Okay, like, look, I'm just a new mushy. Okay, I don't know what's going on in this game. Okay, but yeah, sometimes you take your chances to right the wrongs, and Harry is here to make sure that no one hates me anymore.
No, you're good. You're good. We appreciate you doing all these interviews.
Yeah,
it's really helpful for the community.
No, of course, man, and I appreciate you guys for. I mean, I might add a couple little screenshots of our conversation from the Discord there, but I was chatting with a couple of the guys in the Pathfinder Discord when I first joined, and everyone was like, I don't know, really really like welcoming, and no one was like memeing on me when I first joined. I was expecting a couple like, hey, get out of here, you son of a...
We're a small community, but we're pretty nice.
Yeah, no, everyone in there seems pretty chill. I was reading through some of the messages. I don't normally like join any. I think I'm in like one class Discord for Moshen because that's my main.
Yeah.
But I don't normally join class Discords. I honestly like barely even interact with the Moshen one. But I was reading some of your guys' conversations, and everyone, I don't know, everyone seems pretty chill in there, just goofing around and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we know that we're at the bottom, and there's not much we can do about it. So.
I mean, that's good though, right? You just found a bunch of people who are playing the class for the love of it, right? Not because they're just like meta chasing, which is kind of what you want at the end of the day. So, yeah. W community, guys, go join the Pathfinder Discord if you're gonna make a Pathfinder. Chat, spam your thank yous for Harry. Yep, get your reps in. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you.
I appreciate you taking the time, and yeah, relay my thanks and apologies to everyone again in the Pathfinder Discord. Appreciate you guys figuring it out and taking the time and yeah, pulling up.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. All right, well, in 6 months when all of those changes come through, you hit me up and we'll do this all over again.
Yeah, it might be a D across the board. So. We'll see.
Hey, we'll do what we have to like bring notice to Nexon, so they'll hopefully fix you and all of these other classes that are just like in permanent despair.
Yeah, we're all on our knees. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Have a good night, bro.
Yeah, you too.
Damn, guys. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Harry. Oh. So, what do you think, guys? What did you learn from that interview? I learned that there's a skill called cardinal something that can only go in cardinal directions, and it doesn't even go in all cardinal directions. It can only go in 3 directions. I don't think we covered that, or maybe I was so baffled by him thinking that cardinal was Dude, let me tell you something. When the person you're interviewing speaks English and knows the definition of words that are used in their character's skill descriptions, it's a lot easier to not get distracted and actually listen to what they're saying about the class. YouTube, I love you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your life as a Bowmaster player, but Harry is the fucking GOAT for that. I think that class is very, very cool and underrated and underappreciated. And honestly, I think Pathfinders all across the world deserve nothing but love and respect. And the most important part, they deserve some motherfucking buffs. Nexon, you hear me? Buff them! I've had enough of this shit and I don't even play one. My friends, thank you for being here for the entire series of Maple Story class re-interviews. Twitch chat, I appreciate you all for being here. Thanks for participating. Thanks for being respectful of my guest and supportive of my guest. As always, YouTube, if you guys are confused and you're like, why? I thought he already did this one. Why did he do this one again? I'm not gonna delete the other interview. I'm gonna leave it there. We might retitle it and give it a different thumbnail. We might change a couple things in the description, but it's still gonna be there. History needs to know about what happened on that day, and I will not be the one to take that away from people. So, Pathfinders, I apologize if you're sad that I'm going to keep it up, but I am going to keep it up. We're going to change the title and stuff. And if you happen to be watching this and you're like, I wonder what happened in the first one, it's still there, so you can go watch it and you can see what happened and you can compare and you can take notes and you can see what the differences are. Because I promise you it's funny. Anyway, I appreciate you all. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. And there is going to be a next one. What could he be meaning by that?